Hello everybody. First, a quick word from the sponsor of this video. Omaze gives away one-of-a-kind prizes and experiences while donating money to chosen charities all across the world. Their sustainable approach to fundraising means that non-profits can spend less time and money raising funds and instead focus on serving the needs of their communities. Donate $10 and you are entered for a chance to win an Airstream-Inc 24X. Score this custom configurable coach that blends luxury amenities with off-road capability and hit the road in the latest Airstream adventure van. The Airstream-Inc 24X boasts quality, comfort and cutting-edge tech backed by best-in-class safety and performance. It's ready for anything. Plus, it's made to adapt alongside you with a configurable cabin that you can customize to suit any scenario. Whether you're mountain biking, surfing, exploring off-road or camping, you will feel at home anywhere on the map. Special features include air ride suspension, 6 all-terrain tires and a 13,500 BTU air conditioner. Where's the first place you would go exploring if you won this prize, and why is this prize so exciting? Your donation also supports the Jimmy Johnson Foundation. It's dedicated to assisting children, families and communities in need throughout the United States. The foundation currently focuses on funding K-12 public education, primarily through their Champions Grant program. Champions Grants are awarded to schools located in California, Oklahoma and North Carolina to help address critical needs. For your chance to win an Airstream-Inc 24X and support the Jimmy Johnson Foundation, go to omaze.com/abcamping. And now, back to the video. Whew. Welcome back everybody to a very wet New Zealand in the summer. It's warm, but it's wet. And we're back with Brucey and Tony. Hey Brucey, we're going camping. Come on then. Okay, very simple this time. I've got a tarp, and it's only 4x3, not huge. And I've got a pop-up tent, which I've never used before. So this should be a quick setup for a change. So let's do this. Okay. That was pretty painless, I have to say. Now we've got shelter. All the rain is flowing that way because we're on a bit of a high spot here and I don't want water to build up behind the tent. So all the rain is flowing down and that will channel away over the top of the car. There's a little bit of pooling going on that I might need to fix. This might just be because I've got that lid up, which I don't need up, to be honest. Yeah, the water seems to flow away no problem. I could put another one here temporarily, just to take some pressure off of this one, because that's about as tight as that's going to go. Yeah, so let me put another one here. Oh, perfect. Yeah, it's all flowing away nicely. Excellent. Bruce just doesn't mind lying out in the rain. He's mad. Okay, good stuff. I think now we can do our pop-up tent. Now this tent isn't very big, so... Ooh, mind the tarp, Bruce. You're gonna get soaked. More soaked than you already are. That might do it. Okay, so for this we're using the Coleman 2-person pop-up tent. I think they do this in a 3-person as well. As usual, comes with completely useless guys. Off the tarp, Bruce. Off. Good boy. Mind out, Brucey. Come over here. Come behind me. Let's get the fly on, just in case. That was easy. Easiest tent I've ever set up. Okay, quite pleased with that. Well, we'll see how waterproof that is. I'll tell you what, that was painless. If you're in a hurry, Brucey is standing under the water. If you're in a hurry, that's got to be the way to go. Of course, we've got to see how weatherproof it is, because rain will blow in. He shakes on it. He's wet. It's a 2-person tent. You can get this in 3-person, and now I wish I had got it in 3-person, because it looks tiny. Well, we shall see. Hopefully it'll be okay. Fingers crossed. I'm soaked. I think I need to get some dry clothes on and not venture out anymore. Right, gonna get some dry clothes on. Whew. Umbrella, very handy. So the ground is absolutely saturated. Every step you take, it's all soaked. So what I will do is I'm hoping my chair doesn't sink into the ground. Sorry, Brucey. Chair, okay. All right, let's get food, get a treat for Bruce. Bruce, he wants his treat. Oh. So for Brucey's treat, we've got a beef bone. Bruce loves the beef bones, don't you? I know. Go on then, you can take that. It's yours, Brucey. Do you want it? Thank you everyone who's bought us treats on Buy Me a Coffee. That's exactly what he gets. Do you not want it? Should I take it? He's taking his time with it. Wants to know if there's anything else as well. He's so greedy. But he will get into that. Okay. Whew, what time is it? Gosh, it's almost 6 p.m. I'm not going to put my dinner on yet, but I do need a cold, refreshing drink. So, got to go to the fridge. Always bring an umbrella with you. Makes life so much easier. Go to the fridge. This is my brass monkey fridge. Get a cold drink. So I've got a fridge section and freezer section. It's pretty cool. I'm going to grab a couple of these out. And that is plugged in to my battery bank over there. Excuse me, to my i4 power bank over there. Oh man, it is coming down. And it is so humid. Oh, I'm gonna have to roll. As unattractive as this is doing this. I have to roll my trouser legs up. Oh. Touchdown. Oh, I need a zesty drink. Oh yeah. Woo. Great setup. I don't know what this is going to be like. There's water on it already from where Bruce has been shaking all over it. And there's water on the edges, just where it might be blowing in a bit. This is not my big tarp. This is just a 4x3. I've also got a 6x4, which is what I used last time, which is enormous, very heavy, much heavier than this. Because this is so light, this Flames Creed one, it's just easy to use, very easy to use. I think I need to, the midges aren't biting. Doesn't seem to be any sandflies. I guess that's because it's raining, but I have sprayed. I do see a couple of sandflies. If I start getting bitten, then I'll light the thermocell. So here we go. This was an impromptu one. My wife, Anne, was going off to go to a, I can't remember what she's doing, a yoga thing. And I thought, right, I'll quickly grab this night to come out to one of the nicer spots. I tried to go to the other spot that I usually go to, but there was so much rain, so much water that it would be too dangerous to cross the ford. The water was flowing wasn't so much that it was really deep. It wouldn't have got much above the wheels, but it was so fast. So fast. If I was with someone else, with another car, then I would have, yeah, no problem. But when you're by yourself, you think twice about these things, especially when you're responsible for Bruce here. Yeah, so I thought twice about that and just didn't do it. So it's chucking down, and I'm bone dry. Oh, I just got flicked on. How did that happen? Oh, this thing flicks. The toggle is flicking as the water falls off it. So what I need to probably do is weight it down. Oh, that works. There you go, that's better. Okay, happy days. Right, so I've got a few errands I've got to do. I've got to set up my EPIRB because there's no mobile phone signal here. So yeah, emergency locator beacon, set that up. My Garmin InReach Mini. That will talk to my phone, and then I can let Anne know that I'm safely at camp. Not much else I need to do. Now, I will light up a thermocell. So with these thermocells, they've got the gas in, and you just light it until you see the flame. Okay, and then that will heat the pad, give off a whole load of fumes that will get rid of all mosquitoes and midges. I've got 2 of those, just in case it gets windy and I want to move them around. Have one on each side. Don't want to wasp a yellow jacket here. Ooh, there is a little bit of a breeze. Oh, this is always the conundrum. I always have this. Do I lower the tarp? The thing is, I like looking out. I like looking up. So I don't really want to lower it. You enjoying your bone, Brucey? Yes, I am. Okay, I'm gonna get my kitchen prep set up and everything. Come back to you then. Welcome back, everybody. Okay, so for dinner, I'm gonna use the Weber again, whatever you call it, Q Mini, something like that. I've got a special roasting thing in there. I forgot my other plate. You're meant to use 2 grill plates in here and I forgot the other one. Hopefully it'll be all right. So let's get this thing cranking because oh, hold on, here we go. Going, it's just starting up. Okay, so I need this to get up to temperature. And for dinner, I've got Danish roast beef, a whole roast beef, and I'm cheating, Kiwi roast mix. So this is a combination of roast potatoes, pumpkin, kumara, and carrots. All you do is you just cook it. It's already washed, already chopped. You just roast them. That's it. Simple as that. All right, so let's get this thing up to heat, get it cranking. Don't know what it's doing, but it's not behaving. Don't know if that's just because it's a brand new gas canister or not. It might be. Don't know what's going on with it. It is lit. It's just not giving me the full flame. I've not seen this before. I haven't had this long. Oh yeah, here we go. It's going. Maybe there's like stuck air in there or some air pocket. Okay. Right, so we need to keep that cranking for about 15 minutes. So Bruce is just, he's in charge, he's wandering around. So 15 minutes, so come back to you then. While we're waiting for the Weber to get hot, I've just realized something. I've made a mistake. No, Bruce, you're soaked. Go and lay down. Good boy. The tent's only got one door. And this isn't it. It's the other side that's in the rain. Ay, ay, ay. I wonder how many of you are watching this that know this tent and go, you've got the door on the wrong side, the door is on the wrong side. Well, you know what? I don't hide anything, mistakes happen. So, it's easy to rectify. Let me move you out the way for a little bit. Okay. So the beauty of self-supporting tents is you can just unhook them and turn them around. Quickly do it while it's only gently raining so I don't get absolutely soaked. Oh, I wasn't paying any, I got wet. Oh no! Oh, I'm making all sorts of mistakes. Oh, God. Got rain going down the butt crack. What an idiot. And now, of course, the side that I thought, oh, I've kept it all nice and dry, now is going to be soaking wet. Right, so yes, there's only one door, which Never even occurred to me. Well, it gives us a good opportunity to look at the underside of the tent. It's dry. Okay, and just like that, sorted. Okay, that wasn't too hard. It's just that the door area is soaking wet. I've just noticed something. That looks very wet where the seam is. That's not a good sign. And these zips do not look like they could take much water. Oh boy. Definitely said it was a waterproof tent. Oh, fingers crossed it's going to be okay. And the reason I'm trying this pop-up tent is because I got so many requests to try it. I don't think I've had as many requests for a type of tent to test than I have a pop-up tent. Okay, admittedly not necessarily this one, but still. The ground is just oozing water. Ah. Okay. Right, let me show you what I'm talking about here as to why I'm a bit nervous. So I'm a bit nervous because this is very dark, and that's where the seam sealing is. So what I'm assuming is the water, and there is water in there, look. I'm assuming the water is getting caught in the seam sealing, so the seam sealing should be doing its job. I just don't like the zip. The zip doesn't look waterproof at all. I think we're going to have a look just to see if it's leaked. How do you get into this thing? Okay. Zips. Ah, here we go. Ah, interesting. Okay. So there's a mesh panel. Oh, there's water in there. There is water in there, but I might have just done that. Okay, let me roll this up and come back to you. Okay. Right, there's a few drops of water in here, but I think I just did that opening the door. Otherwise, it's bone dry. There's a lot of seam sealant everywhere. Okay. Well, fingers crossed it's okay. The seams aren't leaking. It's dry here, dry all around the edges. So it looks like it's doing its job. And yeah, it's got that mesh at the top. Okay, we should be all right. So that's good news. Tent's not leaking. And yeah, I had no idea that there was only one door. So the water that's in there is just from when I just rolled the door up. If it rained, you wouldn't want to. This tent doesn't have a lip or anything. The fly doesn't come all the way down, so you'd have to have a tarp over it, definitely. It's good for concerts and things like that, I reckon. Okay, so let us put everything on. I know Bruce is going to want this blood. Oh, look at that. Save that for him. So I'm just going to season it with salt. Could just roll it around in it. Okay, good to go. All right, let's put everything in. Move this back a bit. Okay. That's hot. Okay. Now I'm not going to put the veggies in yet. I'll put those on in about 15 minutes. Turn this down to roast. Do that for an hour. 8 o'clock. Cool. All sorted. Wet wipes. Always have wet wipes with you. And kitchen roll. Right, we can give Bruce that little bit of blood. And Bruce also has, because it's his dinner time, I'm not going to make him wait for mine. Oh, he has got some special food that is in the fridge. So he's got Jimbo's lamb. It's good stuff. Smells like lamb. Yeah, because he'll be starving because it's past his dinner time. That, again, is a lot of food for him. That's so heavy. Right, let's feed Brucey. Go on then, Bruce. See how quickly he finishes this. I'm certain it will be seconds. He's so quick. Oh, he's taking his time more with this one. Right, while he's eating that, I'm going to put his food back in the fridge. That was quick, Bruce, even for you. That was quick. Oh, this is already starting to smell unbelievable. Can you see Brucey just sitting out there in the rain? He's lying down in it, just playing. All right, let's add the roasts. Now, I don't think I should chuck all of this on. This is a lot. There's a lot of food here. But then again, I could cook it all and take it back in the fridge, which I think is what I'm going to do. That's a lot of veg. Maybe too much. All right. Let's roast that sucker. I'll come back to you in 45 minutes. Look at him. I don't know if you can see him over there. Let me see if I can zoom in where he is. Can you see him? He's just... Oh, he knows we're talking about him. Just playing in the rain. Bruce doing what Bruce does. Oh, now he's gonna make a little bed. That's what he's doing. He digs it up and then lies down in it. It's because we were talking about him that he stopped. He's gonna come and lie under the car now. Right, come back to you in 45 minutes. Okay, we've got just over 10 minutes to go. It's got a bit chilly. Got the old AB Camping hoodie on. Feel much warmer now. So in the spirit of cheating, which is, let's be honest, what I've been doing, I've got to make some gravy. So I bought some. Usually I'd make it, but I just can't be bothered. So I've got some Bisto char grilled beef and Riverina Merlot gravy. And it actually looks pretty good. All you got to do is heat it up. So what I'm going to do is put it in the kettle. And then put the kettle in the Weber. That should heat it up nicely. There's a lot of cheating going on tonight. But you see, I thought, keeping in the spirit of the pop-up tent, make everything as simple as possible. Looking good. Okay. Pop the lid on, put that in the Weber. Except there's not enough room. We'll make it work. Yay! All right, come back in 10 minutes and hopefully we've got everything ready. Right, it's time. Let us see what we're dealing with. So I've turned it right down. This is boiling, which is good. So we need to take the gravy off the heat. Had a carrot stuck to the underside. Well, Bruce will eat those. All right, we've got colors, we've got all sorts of stuff going on here. So let's see what we're dealing with. We've got to take it off and carve it, see if it's ready. Okay, let's get the meat off. Fingers crossed this is done. I'm going to turn the barbecue off. Keep all that warm. Let us see what this looks like. Oh my goodness. It does not get, oh, look how juicy that is. Ho, ho, ho. It is dripping with juice. This is absolutely perfect. Again, the Weber has just delivered. So I want to take this juice and I want to pour it into the gravy. Uh-oh, spilling juice. I need to quickly pour this in the gravy. That smells good, that gravy. Yep, that works. Oh, the gravy's so hot. Of course, we'll give Bruce a little bit as well. He is looking, but he's had his dinner. Mustn't overfeed him, no matter what the trolls say. Okay, more juice. Quick. Okay. Gravy looks good. Especially mixed with the beef jus. Right. Okay, I think it's time to plate up. I'm going to chop a little bit up here for Brucey. But not much, because he's had loads already. So this is just for him, just a little snack. Okay. Let's plate up. Oh, this smells amazing. Okay, got some veggies in here. Bruce is waiting for the word. Come on then, Bruce. You want your treat? It's in your bowl. Go on then. Just a little lick. Okay, let's tuck into this. That was worth the wait. Vegetables aren't bad. Not bad at all. Considering they looked awful. That is good. Who says you can't eat well when you go camping? Who says you've got to have just rehydrated meals and stuff? No. Eat proper food. You'll feel much better for it. And usually I put garlic and thyme and things like that on the roast, but I knew I was going to give Bruce some. You can't have garlic, can't have onions. So I've toned it down basically to just salt, seasoning. The gravy is average. I'll definitely make a better one than that. But this was about easy. Good food, but easy. Just like the tent, easy. I mean, you saw me set that thing up. It was like that. On the packet it says less than 10 seconds, but it opens in like 2-3 seconds. Okay, you've got to peg it down. It takes a few seconds. But I wouldn't advise using this in the rain without a tarp overhead. Main reason for that is there's no vestibule. And when a tent doesn't have a vestibule, it's quite difficult to keep the rain out of it. And this, I think, would just get soaked inside. You'd have to towel it all off and dry it. But then every time you wanted to go outside again, toilet, whatever, it would just be a mess. I probably could have done the beef for 5 minutes less. But it is very good. I'm going to take my time with this. You might have seconds. Come back to you afterwards for a cigar. Right, with my cigar, I'm going to have a hot chocolate. Now, this is, I took the handle off my Trangia. Ooh, that's hot. Turn that off a second. I took the handle off my Trangia kettle to put it in the barbecue, in the Weber. Nescafe, no, it's not, it's Greg's Cafe Gold Hot Chocolate. This is pretty good, actually. And Bruce is a bit triggered, I don't know why. He's running around. When I sit and have the cigar, you'll probably see him running around behind me. I'm going to put his collar on soon, so I can see him clearly. That will definitely trigger him. Oh, I know why he's triggered, because the lights are on. I've got the camera light on. Oh, everything is just sopping. I can't, the ground is so soaked. Luckily we're on a high spot up here. But it's obviously been raining for, I guess it's been raining for 4 days. 4 days, maybe 5. So everything is saturated. It's amazing. Yeah, it doesn't always rain in New Zealand. I mean, where I live here, it's a very sunny place. But we've just had the weirdest rainstorms. Really weird. Can't explain it. Don't know what's going on. Anyway, cigar time. Kettle is boiled. Nothing like a hot chocolate to warm you up. I was chilly earlier. Oh, down. That dinner was great, but I'm definitely ready for my cigar. Let me just put Bruce's collar on first. Come around here, Bruce. Yeah, good boy. Let me just put your collar on. Here, Bruce, here. Where is it? There you go. Go on then. Good boy. So you might see him run around behind. So we are having a Romeo Julieta Cazadoras. Is it Cazadoras? Yes, it is. Which is quite a strong cigar. Oh boy, he's triggered. So again, thank you everyone who's bought us treats for myself and Bruce. I get cigars with them. Bruce gets doggy treats. He's got so many and he's loving them. Also, he gets really good camping food as well, like the lamb or the beef and stuff like that. So it's a really good treat for him. He doesn't get that stuff at home because he can't have that all the time. He's on a special diet. So this is really just a treat. Yeah, so the camp setup. I like it. What I like about this pop-up tent so far, I honestly wish I'd got the bigger version. But what I like about it so far is it's quick. There was no hassle. I just threw it out and it was up. That was it, done. If you're doing a quick camp or quick car camping and you've got a tarp or it's not going to rain, this would be superb. If it's not going to rain, you just need this tent. Perfect. Or if it's going to just be like the odd shower, this will probably do. And if it's spring or summer, you can actually take this cover off. You can roll it back and it's this mesh all the way around it. You can look up at the stars. Yeah, superb. Good idea. But it's just so simple a concept. I don't know how waterproof it will be, but it didn't seem to leak. So, yeah, good going. Are you watching me, listening to me, or watching him? He's so entertaining, isn't he? A few things have been going on. Oh, my lamps have come on. I don't know if you can see that. See that? I've got 4 of these around the tent. I'll show you later when it's really dark. They look quite nice, these little solar lanterns. Yeah, a few things have been going on, particularly with supply chain issues all around the world and in New Zealand. And it's really starting to get on my nerves. Just shipping is taking forever for anything. I've been contacted by a couple of manufacturers that want me to try their gear. I said, sure, send them to me. No sign of them. You know, even after a couple of months, nothing. So they're stuck on a ship and they just can't get here. It's crazy. And imagine what happens in China if COVID gets through, in China, it breaks out and they stop producing stuff. Incredible. It will be a really big issue, I think. So yeah, supply chain crisis problems. Don't know what we're going to do. That Oz Trail, that my last car camping I did in the Oz Trail Stretcher Queen tent, had some issues, leaked. And Oz Trail were fantastic. I reached out to them. They watched the video, they saw the issue, they said, can you please send it back to us? We'd like to test it, and we'll send you a new one. So I said, no problem. And then a day later, or 2 days later, they actually said, look, we've spoken to the manufacturer, we've identified the problem, and it's a manufacturing fault. So they cancelled the tent, they've stopped them all. And so they're going to go back and fix the manufacturing fault and hopefully add ventilation, because I said there were no vents on the top. They said, we'll take that seriously and we'll talk to the production team and we'll really try and get it done. And so they gave me a full refund, and they're going to send me a brand new tent to, I guess, try, I think they said maybe August. But again, who knows? They're made in China. If COVID runs rampant in China, then nothing's coming out of there. It will be, everything will grind to a halt. So, if you want your camping gear ready for summer in the Northern Hemisphere, man, I would buy it now. If you can find stuff in stock, go and buy it now, because you won't be able to buy it when you really want it coming to summer or, you know, mid-spring or something. You will not be able to find any camping gear at all, because it'd be impossible to get it unless it's made in the country you're in, and even then, who knows? Because the supply chain affects so many things. The Hilleberg tents that I use, you can't buy them anywhere. They're completely sold out, and I think the next ones aren't due till April, June. So my advice is, whatever you need for camping in summer on the Northern Hemisphere, go get it now. Don't wait. You won't be able to get it. Big delays. And it just keeps getting worse and worse. So I'd be interested to hear in the comments if there's anything that you've ordered or tried to get and you just can't get it, and you've been waiting and waiting and waiting. I heard from another YouTube channel I was watching today, CanadianPrepper. It's a prepping channel. I don't take them that seriously. It's just interesting stuff. And he was being offered, same as me, he sells this Russian bear tent, and they sent me one to test. And again, mine is stuck somewhere, I don't know where. And he said today that, so he sells them. He says he's ordered them, I think 200 of them or something. And they're all stuck on a ship in a port, and he's paying port management fees. It's been there 2 months. Can't get them off the ship. That's in Canada or America, I don't know which. But wow, can you imagine the stuff that is just backed up? And then what happens if we go on and something else happens, like war? What happens if there's one war or two wars? Who knows? A couple invasions might happen, you just don't know. Because I tell you, if anything happens to Taiwan, well, that's all your microchips. Nothing will get made. So we could be heading for a really weird time. And it could really put a massive dent in consumerism. Because even COVID didn't put a dent in consumerism. What it did is it converted it to just buying it all off Amazon and just making Jeff Bezos even richer. Yeah, everything went online. But if there's no products to buy, then even that's not going to work. And you go on to some sites now and you just see there's nothing, no stock, and no sign of when stock's going to be available again, especially for electronics that use semiconductors. Nothing, no stock. So yeah, I'd be interested to hear what stuff you've been trying to get and you just can't. Like food even. Shelves running bare. For the first time since COVID started, I noticed some bare shelves here in New Zealand. Panic buying? I don't know. Supply chain crisis, I think. I think people isolating with COVID. So goods just aren't getting shipped out. I've ordered a power bank from Auckland, which is on the North Island of New Zealand. If you order something from there, it should arrive next day, day after. No idea where it is. It's stuck in the shipping warehouse in Auckland still. They haven't even updated the tracking number. So things are going weird, they really are. And I don't know if it's just here or anywhere else. He's so triggered with his collar. Loves his collar. Yeah, such weird times. I've got to show you what these lights look like with the tent. It looks so nice. Now, I don't know if you can make that out, but look at them. I mean, obviously you can see Bruce running around like mad. But don't they look nice? Little flickering lights, just to add a little bit of ambience. So yeah, strange times. Tell you what, these Romeo and Julieta Cazadores, they do go out quite easily. I think they're just a bit too humid. So it's about 100% humidity here right now. It's really, really disgusting. Out. Hot chocolate. What else has been going on? Beijing Olympics, Winter Olympics. Haven't got a clue what's going on in that. No clue. I haven't seen any press coverage for it at all. So I guess nobody really cares. I guess all the rules and restrictions and censorships and things like that have really put people off the whole thing. So that's been a bit of a nothing burger. Yeah, which is a shame. You know, because these athletes, they work so hard, train so hard for so long, and then nobody watches and nobody cares. Yeah. Oh, another thing I want to mention. Comments. Comments from you guys. Been fantastic. Honestly, I don't know what to say. I am so grateful for all of the interaction. So, because there are now, I have so many videos out, and of course getting more subscribers and more views, I get something like, I don't know, almost 2 million views, something like that, 2 million views a month, more than that. Every video now produces something like 600 comments. So I am struggling to respond to any comments now. And to balance a work, a home life, I can't just sit there all day on the computer just responding to comments. So what I do now is I just read the comments. Yeah, I do read the comments, I just don't have time to respond. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I think what I need to do is a couple of live streams occasionally a month just to answer people's questions. Because I do get a lot of questions, but my biggest piece of advice to people that ask questions about gear or whatever is check the description first. Check the description, because I see so many questions where I've answered the question or the gear or whatever is listed in the description, and people just don't look at the description to find anything out. So usually it's there, and usually I put links to stuff if you can buy it online, then I put a link to it. And I buy everything myself, pretty much everything myself. I think I've got a few items here from One Tigress, this table, a couple of things. But I bought this on Amazon a while ago, months ago. I got this pop-up tent. Oh no, actually I got it in New Zealand, but months ago. The tarp, chair, gear, cooking equipment, the Weber, everything else. Cigars, all your treats. I buy everything. See what I mean about goes out quickly? I bet someone's got a solution to that, but I think they're just a bit too moist, my cigars, and I need to change the settings in my humidor. The reason I buy everything myself, and it costs a lot to keep buying all this stuff. I mean, I've got 4 Hilleberg tents now. I pay top dollar for each one of them, direct from Hilleberg. They don't give them to me for free, no way. Tents from North Face, this tent, everything. Sleeping bags, pads, everything. I buy myself. The reason I do that is so I can give a genuine review. I feel if they've given it to you, and yeah, sometimes you can give a real review. Like I've had stuff given to me and I've given a real review, especially One Tigress or whatever, and they appreciate the feedback, even if it's negative. And I am harsh. I'm a perfectionist on this stuff. But beware reviews where, here comes the rain. Beware of reviews where just everything seems perfect. Just make sure they've declared in advance that they receive no compensation whatsoever from the manufacturer of that piece of equipment. None. A commission at all, you know. Even if they get a 10% commission or something like that, how many tents are sold or whatever, just make sure, okay? There's a lot of stuff going on right now in this verse, the outdoor channels. Some arguments happening. It's caused all sorts of problems that didn't need to happen. And if someone is getting paid for something, then they're meant to declare it on the YouTube. At the beginning, it's meant to come up saying, this contains paid content, yeah? Obviously, affiliate links are different because you're not so much you're getting paid, you just get a little bit of a commission. And it's obvious that it's an affiliate link when you put it in there, but you know, it's not always affiliate links. Sometimes people are helping design stuff as well, and they get a cut, but they just don't declare it. So be careful with that. Get full disclosure. Always. And just be careful what you believe in reviews. Make sure there's no hidden agenda. He's out there lying in the rain, charging around. Wet dog. Do you know what a wet dog is like in a tent? It's brutal, it really is brutal. That's why I've got his dog towel, this microfiber towel. So this setup, I do like it. This 4x3 meter tarp. This is, I think this is Flames Creed. Yeah, it is Flames Creed. It's very light, it's ultra light, it's DWR treated. I do like it. It's not probably that strong. I'm sure it could get damaged quite easily. I've got a 3x3 meter version of this that I used 2 camps ago, and it filled up with water because I went to bed and I didn't really check everything. And in the morning, there's that much water in the middle of the tarp, and it's ruined the tarp. It's stretched it. Yeah, my fault. It's not manufacturer's fault at all. That was mine. But I do like it, and I bought these on Amazon. They're good. The AquaQuest tarps are very good. You can get those on Amazon as well. But the AquaQuest one that I have that's 6x4 is so strong. I think it's the Defender series. So strong, but so heavy, so huge. It's a massive thing to set up. Yeah. If there are more of you, or you've got a much bigger tent and you want to put the whole thing under the tarp, that's the way to go, the 6x4 meter tarp. It's pretty incredible. What I really like is a good car camping tarp. I know that Nature Hike do one. I'm just not convinced it's big enough for what I want. So if I'm going to get a specific car camping tarp, and a car camping one, you should be able to drive out and reverse back in, no problem. Whereas this one, I'm sort of wedged on the car. Yeah, it should be big for me. What else? Oh, more importantly than anything. Yesterday was my son, Brandon. It was his birthday. 17 yesterday. Happy birthday, monkey. 17 years old. As I said a couple of videos ago, he passed his driving test. He's got his car. That was his birthday present. He paid for some of that as well. So Brandon was, oh, and you know what? It's Chinese New Year, or it was Chinese New Year last week. Brandon was born in Hong Kong and was the Chinese New Year baby. He was born at 1 minute past midnight. Yeah. So he was a lucky baby. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Very proud of that he's Chinese New Year baby. I really, really liked that. And so he was quite famous in Hong Kong. We were in the newspaper and everybody knew who he was as a baby. And they all wanted to see him and weirdly tried and touch him, that got out of hand. But yeah, happy birthday. Right, I am going to take my time with a cigar. Sit and listen to the rain. And I'll come back to you at bedtime. I've got my little LED insect catcher, fly catcher, mozzie catcher running, just sitting on top of the camera. It's drawing all the moths in, and it's got a little fan in it, and it sucks them down as they go into the light. It's working pretty well. It's keeping them off me anyway, and they should be trapped in that little basket underneath. I'll empty that out in the morning and see how many we caught. Cool little device. Well, it's bedtime. It's warm in here. I've got the fan going. I'm going to probably have to crank that a bit more. It's still raining slightly, nothing much. Yeah, I wish I'd got the 3-person version of this, but there is just enough room in here for my thermarest pad and Bruce on his bed. he's quite hot. I'm going to aim the fan at him soon, just so he calms down. Isn't that right, Brucey? Hey? Yeah. There's lots of venting in here. That whole upper layer is mesh, but it really only leads to this sort of one big mesh window here. You can see it's not huge. And then out there is the truck, and I've got my blue light. I don't know, you can't really see it, but it is trapping insects. So you can actually roll the whole of the top of this away if you wanted to, but I can't really because rain might blow in. You can see that I'm just touching both ends of this. So I think three person, just get the 3-person version because it's for car camping. It's not for backpacking. So you might as well get the bigger one. But I think with this fan, it's going to be okay. Yeah, I'm tired. All right, everybody. I don't think anything's going to happen in the middle of the night. So I'll see you in the morning. Night, everybody. Night, Bruce. Morning, Brucey. You were waiting. Oh, yeah. Morning. Oh. Morning. Morning. Oh. Morning, everybody. Morning, Bruce. That was a hot night's sleep. There's quite a bit of condensation in here, but there always is on single skin tents. I had the fan cranking all night, but eventually it died because I forgot to recharge it. Silly. But we're dry. And it kept the insects out. Oh, let me let Bruce out. Hang on. Go on then. Oh. It's wet outside. Oh. Wow. I'm so happy that this tent didn't leak on this side. Oh, sorry. But mainly I'm happy that this is going to be a quick breakdown of this tent. Just wrap it up and throw it at the back of the car. It'd be brilliant. Right, I am in urgent need of a coffee, and I've got a feeling we're going to have to put the thermocell on. And it might be a bit chilly out there. So let's get to it. Oh. Mind out, Bruce. Move, Brucey. Oh, right, let's see how many flies and moths and things my little UV light has collected. So what you do is you close it. So I'll tell you straight away, there's no way this will hold sandflies. That mesh is too small. Wow, there's a lot of moths in there. Yeah. So now we've got to find a way to empty it. Oh, here we go. Right, so a lot of moths might fly out now. Way, look at that. Wow, all the moths. There's thousands of them. Be free. Wow, that really worked. That's amazing. What a cool little contraption. That's a great idea. So it definitely kept the moths off. Oh, that's so cool. So yeah, it sort of traps them. The fan comes on, it sucks them in, and then it traps them in this little container. And then when you finish, you just seal it. So they've been in there all night being collected. And now I've let them all out. But it's okay. Be free, moths. I had it plugged into a power bank all night. Didn't use much power at all. Just gave the old lens a wipe. Condensation issues with the camera every time. Right. We'll do the thermocell first. Now, I've only been rocking one thermocell. It seems to be enough. That place I went to by the river with the elevated Australia tent. Oh my word. The mozzie, well, actually that was mainly, oh yeah, it was sandflies. There were loads of them. Is it your breakfast time? Brucey, yum. Lamb. Okay, gosh, that's lots. High protein diet for a high protein dog. See, the camera's going all misty again. It takes a while to warm up, and it does this until the camera gets hot. Go on then, Brucey. Coffee. So I've lit both thermocells because there are a lot of midges. This morning I'm having an Avalanche Irish Cream. I love these things. World's worst packaging because they don't open properly. They've put the thing up too high so it never opens. I don't know who came up with it. I say it every time, but it just cracks me up that they could be so useless at that one thing. So you always make a mess with these. One day I'll get around to speaking to the company and say, what are you doing? This is awful. So yeah, Avalanche Irish Cream Coffee, lovely. I'm very impressed with this UV lamp thing. Kiwi Camping. It says Kiwi camping on it, but whether they invented it or not, I don't know. It's made in China, so it could be anywhere. It could probably be on AliExpress or Amazon, and they've just relabeled it. But it definitely works. The only thing is this mesh is just too big for sandflies, but it will work for mosquitoes. Definitely, it will work for mosquitoes. And you saw the amount of moths. Well, moths are really annoying at nighttime. So you hang this thing away from camp a bit, and it's great. The only thing is it's not waterproof, so you can't leave it out in the rain. I had to add this hook to it, and it's got a proprietary plug. I hate things with proprietary plugs. USB to that. Why couldn't they just do USB-C? That's one of my bugbears, is everything should be USB-C now. Even the iPhone should be USB-C. It's so stupid that the iPad and even the MacBook is USB-C and the iPhone is still Lightning. So this is what I'm talking about, you see. It has a proprietary cable, which doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, just a bugbear. You know me, I like to whinge, but in the consumer market, and it's all waste because you just got so many stupid cables. Doesn't make any sense. I think it's time to sit down and chill. And of course, you know the best thing is it's not raining. I think it rained quite heavily last night. At one point I could hear quite a downpour, but the fan was so loud that I didn't really notice it that much. The fan is superb. Don't go camping without a fan, because if it's, you know, especially spring, summer, if it's ever so slightly warm, the fan, oh, it's so nice. I couldn't have slept without that. Yeah. It got hot in there. It's not a cold tent. It's not well, I mean, it's okay ventilated, but it's not great. Probably needed a bit more mesh lower down, but it's what it is. It was cheap, I think. I can't remember how much it was. Single skin though, condensation, just remember that. Condensation will always be a problem. Oh no, I've got a moth in my coffee. Get out of there. Oh, I'm gonna have to do that again. A bunch of moths flew in there. Oh no. Oh. I shouldn't have released the moths under here. I should have done it outside. They've gone and flown in my coffee cup. Right, let's do that again. Oh dear, it really... Well, it wouldn't be camping with me if things like that didn't happen. I know you will get a kick out of my failures. I don't need to do a bloopers reel. It's all one big bloop. Oh boy. And there wasn't just one in there, there were like 3 in there, disintegrated. One I would have picked out. Okay, thermocells are kicking in now. Doing their job. Thanks for coming, everybody. Oh. Wow, it's so humid. Oh, It's good. That's hot. Whew, okay. I need to get my breakfast on. This morning for breakfast, we're having bacon and pancake. So I need to put the bacon on first. Okay. Let's get the bacon cranking. Got some lovely Manuka smoked bacon here from New Zealand. Got my statutory morning smoothie, my spirulina slam, which I've now found out is seaweed. Thank you for everyone who told me that. I could have Googled it. I don't know why I didn't. Okay, it's getting a bit messy here. The cheeky little bush robin has just come right up to Bruce. Leave him, Bruce. Let me see if I can angle him down. Hang on. I don't know if you can see him. Can you see that little bush robin? He's just come up to chat with Bruce. Going under the car now. Good boy, Bruce. I've got honeybees everywhere. So Bruce just ignores them. But they're so inquisitive. They come right up to his nose and look at him. Like, what are you doing? That robin is down here, just at my feet. Right, pancakes. Hello. I don't think the camera's picking him up here behind me. But these are very sweet. They're very lovely birds, bush robins. All birds are lovely. Where is he? Oh, it's got a moth. That's what he's after. He's got the moth. So the chair is just in the way. Let me see if I can move the chair without him freaking out. And there he is. Can you see him? Let me zoom in. It's a bush robin. Getting the moths. They're so lovely. They're so tame. If you dig up the ground a little bit, then they'll stick around right to your feet, right on your feet. They'll land on your feet to see what comes up. There you go, a bit of nature with Tony and Bruce. They love Bruce. And he does nothing, he just lies there and looks at them. He's a good boy. Oops. Okay. Well, there won't be any need to use any fat because of the bacon grease. Hello, right at my feet. He might come and land up here or something, I don't know. Let me move it down just a bit so you can see him. He's just down there. Can you see him? Oh, no. There you go, he's gone under the car. So you see, I fed the moths. I fed the birds with the moths. I did my thing for the birds, and anyone who knows me, whoa, explosion. Anyone who knows me knows I love birds. That went well. Oh no, got batter everywhere. I'm having a meltdown. I was so busy talking about the birds, I didn't notice my pancake mix had exploded. Oh, toilet roll, there we go. That's what I need. Toilet roll, kitchen roll. Oh, I'm making a mess. Is it just me, or does this happen to everyone else when they're camping as well? Everybody else's camping videos seem so perfect. Oh, you don't want to get batter all over you. Right, I need more water in there. Got to be careful moving around that I don't tread on this robin. He's so funny, just sitting there looking at me, bobbing around. I'm sure you can see him on the camera now. Okay, sounds like we've got a good mixture now. Okay. Okay, let's turn that right down. Oh, it's a thick one. Okay, I think we're looking good. Apart from the initial mess I made, this is looking quite successful. It was all going on at that moment. It was just too much for me to handle. At the robin, bacon, pancakes, trying to film. Trust me, it's a lot easier when you do these things and you're not trying to film for YouTube. Camping is a lot easier, but it's harder when you're trying to film. Trust me, it's harder when you're trying to film. Because you want to put on a good show. It just never happens. Well, not on my channel anyway. Maybe on someone else's channel it will look perfect. But I like to keep it real. Oh. Sandfly. Get out of there. This is camping in the wild. Insects. Moths. Birds. Oh, he's back. Yeah. So that's a great idea for that device. Collect all the moths. And then if they die or something, just empty them into a pile somewhere. And yeah, then you've got yourself a fantastic little bird feeder. I should have put them on that table over there, that picnic table. Bruce, mind out. Come on, out you go. Oh, now please, I've got to pay attention. I've already had one cock up. Don't want to burn my pancake. I think it's ready for the flip. Oh God. I got it half in. I just caught the end. But it will come out okay. Be happy in your work. Be happy in your work. What was that from? Be happy in your work. Some TV show. Be happy in your work. Was it a TV show? Was it 1984? Can't remember what it is. You know what? It's starting to feel like a lot like 1984 with all the politics that's going on and being told what you can and can't say. Cancel culture. He's a cheeky Robin, isn't he? Oh, tweeting at you, Bruce. Yes, he is. Circling the camp now, looking for more moths. Go and lie down, Bruce. Go on. Yeah, I haven't got a signal here, but we're in the middle of this weird time. They're trying to cancel it. They're trying to cancel Joe Rogan. Imagine a world where we cancel absolutely everybody because we just don't like what they're saying. And there are no dissenting voices ever again. 1984. Careful what you wish for. Be very careful what you wish for. And eventually you'll say something and get cancelled. Okay. We have a successful pancake. And I would say that was a successful flip. Hey, Mr. Robin. He loves this spot. He loves these moths. I hope the camera's picking him up behind me here. And they have a white chest, whereas in England they have a red chest, the robins. Right, now because I've got the bacon on here, I'm going to fold my pancake. Oh, maybe I'm not. Gordon Ramsay, eat your heart out. He has a production team to do all his camera work. Someone left a comment, I hope it's Canadian maple syrup. Is there any other kind of maple syrup? This is Steve's from Canada. And as I said, on my community post, go to my community tab, and if you're a subscriber, you'll see all my different photos. I always have a pancake with my maple syrup. So I think some people didn't get the joke. I didn't think it was that complicated. Pancake time, and you know what? I think I want to sit out there and have it. Oh, pancake time. What? You've had your breakfast? No. No chance. Nope. You get to clean the dish, but I get to eat first. But nice try. Oh, that's hot. God. I believe the nerve on him. The Bruce show. Bacon, good. Pancake, good. Maple syrup, good. Wow, I can't explain how humid it is. 100% humidity, but not that hot, not warm, mild. Yeah, it's really disgusting. So yesterday, I drove an hour to the site where I have to cross a stream to camp. And yeah, I just didn't risk it. I think, yeah, definitely if I'd been with more people or if we'd had another vehicle, then I would have just gone for it. But if it's by myself and I've got Bruce with me and I'm responsible for him, I'm not fording a river that's gushing at that speed. And it was insane speed. And it doesn't take much to go wrong. And then you're stranded in the middle of a flipping river. So I did the right thing. Turned around, I cooled down and said, nope, that spot doesn't work. And then it was another hour's drive to here. And even here, you got to cross some little fords and waterfalls and stuff like that. And they were gushing. But nothing like that. I think the car, no problem, it would have handled it. It's got a snorkel and everything else, but just not by yourself. Okay, I'm going to take my time with this pancake. I actually want to have another coffee with it. So I'll come back to you after then. Right, breakfast was delicious. Whew, feeling quite warm now that I've eaten. Okay, time to break down camp. The worst bit of any camping trip is breaking down camp. I've got a lot of bits and bobs to put away. I'm gonna start by clearing out the tent of all the stuff that's in here. Okay, so I heard this is a bit tricky the first time you do it, so we shall see. You've got to bend it or something. Tell you what, these zips are pretty difficult to close. Okay, so apparently you squidge it up, sort of like that, and then it wants to do that, but that's not the way you do it. So let's try that again. I saw online lots of people struggling with this. It's not immediately obvious what you have to do. Okay, so you have to force it. Nope. I'm sure there are people watching who have done this before. No, it's doing it again. I'm sure there are people watching who have done this and know exactly what they're doing. Nope. I might have to look at the instructions again. Come on. I think you're meant to sit on it or something. Meant to get some pressure on it. It is not obvious, honestly. Nope. I'm going to have to look at the instructions. Oh, nightmare. I knew this would be a problem. Okay. Stand it upright, push it down. Okay, got it. So you stand it upright. Telling you, it's not obvious. It really fights you the whole time. It's much, much easier putting up than it is putting down. Okay, so you stand it upright. Okay, stand on the bottom and somehow flip that down. I could have had my big tent down by now. That just doesn't seem right. It really wants to do it the other way. Okay, let me try it this way. Come on, you can do this. Used to trade $50 billion a day. I can do this. Okay, upright, fold it, crush it down. Really? I'm going to crush this down. Okay, so you're meant to crush it down onto itself. Got it. Whew. Okay, I got it. We got it. Just like that. I reckon with a bit of practice, you'll have that done in 10 seconds. Just practice. Practice, 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 so you don't look like an idiot at the campsite. Come on, that was pretty painless actually. Compared to packing up a normal tent, That was easy. But a normal tent is probably better quality and more weatherproof, rainproof, more comfortable. But this thing just works and it's quick, and then you can just throw it in the back and you're all done. Not much on it that can break, to be honest. If you go into a soggy campground, tarp. Right, let's get the rest of this all packed away. Whew. Okay, everybody, all packed up, all done. That wasn't much hassle. It's a bumblebee, Bruce. You're gonna come up. Is that as much as you're gonna do? Not gonna jump up. Thanks for coming along on this one, everyone. Thank you again for all of the treats on buymeacoffee.com. Thank you for all the likes, the subscribes, all the comments. Appreciate all of them. Got the best supporters, really do. And thanks for coming along on another one of these journeys. And thank you again to our sponsor, Omaze. Go to omaze.com/abcamping. Donate $10 for a chance to win that amazing Interstate 24X camper van. So thanks again, everyone, for coming. Brucey says thank you, don't you, Brucey? Hey, we're ready to go home. Do you want to go home? Yeah? All right, thanks again, everybody. Bye.